Hello and welcome to Trust Your Glitter podcast. This is Christy and I am here with the astrology transits of December 3rd through the 10th. This week is going to be an interesting week, and I want to say up top, note that Mercury is still in shadow. So we are in Sagittarius season and we're going to be seeing Mercury retrograde happen next week. So also note that even as there's very few transits this week, we're also in a build-up phase for this Mercury retrograde, as well as a very vibrant new moon next week. So I just want to say that up top because it could feel like Mercury is in retrograde, or it could feel like there's a little bit of chaos in the sky. And I want to say that because it's not supposed to be as tough of a back end of the year of 2023 as it has been since spring of 2023 and fall of 2023. But it's also a time where we're going to have to reflect, redo, and rewind on many things, especially regarding career and looking at things from a wider perspective. So I want to say that before we get into the transits and the aspects of the week. And as we start out the week, so today I'm recording this podcast on December the 3rd, and I am in a cabin with a very talkative dog, and he has been on a journey with me. So we're currently in a cabin and there's other dogs barking. So if you hear my dog, I won't edit it out unless he goes wild on other dogs. But currently we are chilling in a cabin, and he's a good boy. So Happy says hello. And as we open up the week, December 4th, Venus enters the sign of Scorpio. So we've seen Venus travel, or we've seen planets travel through Scorpio through 2023, and Venus is kind of like the last hurrah right now. And as Venus goes through Scorpio, this is a time where, yes, we're preparing for Mercury retrograde. Yes, we're in Sagittarius season. Yes, there's fire in the sky. But there is this kind of last wrap up of what did you learn? Self-therapy, going in the depths, really reflecting on what we've learned. And so our divine feminine side can feel very much like, she's going still into these layers. There's still more work to do. And this can be a little bit of a tougher transit of planets because everything else is fire and in this mercurial Jupiterian energy. And yet Venus, who represents the divine feminine, divine romance, is going still into the underworld, even after we have gone through the eclipses and have gone through, our very thin veil October, early November of 2023. So we've still got work to do here. But what helps here is on December 5th, we have a last quarter moon in Virgo. And this last quarter moon is asking us to look at the details before we head into the new moon in Sagittarius next week. Next week's new moon and the full moon in Gemini may have missed some messages, or there could have been mixed signals. And with Venus in Scorpio and the last quarter moon on December 5th in Virgo, this is asking us to look at things from a more accountable perspective and really saying, you know what? I've been trying to manifest this thing. I've been trying to go for my goals. And that's all the moon is asking us to do, is really look at what our goals are and say to ourselves, this is where I need to have more confidence, or this is where I need to have more self-respect. Venus in Scorpio. This is where the power struggles have ensued in my life. And as I record this, Venus is still in Libra square Pluto. So the end of last week showed us some really strong power struggles from the divine feminine perspective. And with that, it's giving us And right now I'm in a class about sovereignty and feminine sovereignty. So this is really leaning into this. Like, what is our feminine sovereignty? And this is for everybody. Divine masculine, divine feminine in our lives. What is our creative sovereignty? So I want to say, like, this is a big question this week. How do we take this accountability and really look at this from a space of, how do I make this tangible in my life? Hi, welcome to Trust Your Glitter. I want to start out this episode with a little special holiday feature called Tarot Cards for Your Pets. So for the month of December, I am doing a Tarot Cards for Your Pets feature, and I had some signups over the holidays. So I will be doing one pet, mother, father, human per episode. And I'm really excited to do these episodes. Today's feature is by Pet Mama by the initial L. And L submitted 2 cats to me, which are Buttons and Floyd Felix. So I'm going to pull some cards. I have my tarot cards here, and I'm shuffling, and we'll start out with Buttons and see. Already I have a flyer. See what messages Little Buttons has to say. Okay, so I'm just looking at the cards. I have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords reverse, the Hermit, the Page of Wands reverse, and the Two of Wands reverse. So the immediate card that I'm drawn to is this little Page of Wands reverse, and the message from Buttons is they were either a fire sign or they have this very vibrant, fiery energy. But I feel like this is a kitten, like Buttons was adopted or brought into the home at a very, like, growing through the phases age. And from there, the Queen of Cups is saying that Buttons was really strongly connected to the strong feminine mother energy in the home. And there was, with the Five of Swords, I don't know if there was like a divorce or something related to people leaving, but this feels like somebody leaving in the middle of the night during their lifetime. So it was like they had to say goodbye to somebody, and it was very confusing for them. But I feel like they're around with the Queen of Cups energy. It feels like there's a really strong, supportive, loving kindness, and that they're reunited with this energy. I see the color yellow around them. Yellow is usually the 3rd chakra, so I don't know if there was something related to their intestine systems, their stomach, like digestion, something going on, stomach cancer, or something related to their stomach. But they're pointing to their stomach and saying, and they're also pointing me to the right side of their jaw. Like I feel like something hurts on like the right side of their jaw. They're just pointing out some health concerns or some health issues. But with that Five of Swords energy next to the Hermit, they definitely have like a wily personality. Like definitely has like a little bit of a playful energy, and I'm seeing them pointing their person, the person of question, into the person who asked this question into the month of September, and saying, hey, you know, you're going to be surrounded by and connected with love. So hold through till September. So they really, really want to say like this Virgo energy, like wait until the sun is in Virgo, just wait. Like, and I don't know if it's like a reincarnation thing or if it's just like them really wanting to say, hey, like life is here. But this is a very specific message to this person. But they're seeing you towards September. So they're like guiding you towards this month. And then the Two of Wands doesn't feel very talkative. It just feels very observant. So I feel like with this card, let me pull a card next to it, the Ace of Cups. It's almost like a spirit guide is here to just provide you with really strong signs, and look for the wands. So wands are fire. So I'm wondering if like yellow, red tones are how they're gonna come through for you, especially like if you see something you're really drawn to, red, yellow, even like yellow canaries, things like that are how they're going to connect with you. So I'm going to say thank you buttons, and now we're going to go to Floyd Felix, or the energies. So the Empress card is just on the table, so we're just going to say, usually that's featured with Taurus, April, May. Floyd Felix, cats. They said they want 4 cards, or 4. So the Empress, the Two of Pentacles, Judgment, the King of Pentacles. This is a very talkative, like, playful. Oh, another Wands. And a 3 of Cups. They're saying 2 more. 6 of Cups. This energy around, it feels very like feisty, like very, very tail up, like arched back, running around, causing mischief. Friendly, 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, the Chariot. They're helping you through this year of 2023. So you definitely have these little feline spirit guides. The Knight of Wands is out, so I'm wondering if with that Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, this is like saying, hey, we were here as your spirit guides to help you through the fires, or help you through the passion, finding your passion. The 2 of Pentacles next to the Empress. I just see, like, I jump up really high. I jump up on the bookcase. And there's like a white bookcase. I'm seeing it as like, there's like a white shelf, and I'm seeing on the white shelf, there's like an oval picture, like framed picture, and it's upright oval next to the Judgment card. This feels like very grandmotherly. This feels like a connection to maternal grandmother, and I'm just hearing sacred wisdom, serious wisdom. There's so much wisdom. I'm also seeing Switzerland, like the Swiss flag, where it's like red and white. I know it's the holidays, so it could be like Swiss mix, or like something related to somebody making cookies with like cocoa mix. Like their secret ingredient was like hot chocolate mix, or somebody had something related to hot chocolate, and this cat, I don't know if they like knocked it over, or something was related to like a memory regarding the holidays and hot chocolate and grandmother. But that's what I'm being showed in like an oval picture frame, gold beading. The King of Pentacles also feels like grandfather. This definitely feels like one of the cats, and it feels like this is a cat that lived like really to a Taurus. So I'm wondering if this cat is like Taurus energy, because there's 2 cards out that indicate like Taurus. But I'm wondering if like late April through May is a really big time for them. I'm also feeling like the vineyards, or like something related to like wineries or red wine. And I'm seeing like Italy, Italia, like Italian dressing, not dressing, like red wine sauce, red sauce, related to like an Italian grandmother, or something related to somebody who is Italian. And they liked them. It's like they're pointing to them. They're saying they were like with me or near me. But they're showing me like vineyards in Italy. And then they're showing me like somebody, the secret sauce, or like somebody had a lot of connections to specific cooking ingredients, and they really love them. There's like this warm energy around them, and they feel like a person right now. And I do believe in like reincarnation, so it could be that they are here, like there's a connection to kinship and to love. 3 of Cups is saying through friendship, you're going to feel the same connection. It's like heart cohesion. And the 6 of Cups as well is like heart cohesion. Like there are people on this planet who are going to make you feel like this cat makes you feel, and the Chariot saying like 2023 is a time to pass through. And it feels like both of these cats are taking you through this time of shift. So let me just see if there's like any more messages that are coming through. The Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. The Floyd Felix energy in the Page of Pentacles feels very like calculated mischief, like had a real, like, some cats just like play around. This cat had an intention in their mischief and really calculated things through, which makes me think they were a Taurus. And they were like, yeah, you know, sometimes I would rest, but I would keep one eye open, like watch them and watch where they put things. I see like marbles, or they really like to move little small objects and like put them in random places. And I know cats do that, but like specifically weird. Like I see like a green blue marble and they're like, yeah, I wanted them to see that I watch their every move, and like I also am kind of screwing with them, and it's more from like a comedic standpoint. But I see like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, these are like little round marbles that they like to move around, or just something like specifically place them in places. And they would only bring them to specific people. And that gets me to like the grandmother, grandfather energy, that I feel like they knew who their people were and they were very playful about it, and then very specific about who they liked and did not like. And the Nine of Wands is, let me just see. They helped somebody through a really rough time. The Hanged Unicorn is saying, yeah, somebody was like around, and I could feel the tension and the anger and the fear. They're saying 4 more cards. King of Wands. They very much like this like father paternal connection. 2 more cards. Let's see. The 7 of Wands and the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles reverse also brings me back to the grandmotherly energy, and also saying like they felt they were like king of the house. Like they were like, they knew that they could like sit on the high ledges. They loved this little like, I don't know if there was like a mantle. I don't know if it was like a fireplace, but I'm seeing them like in leaves and just like rolling around and being like, hey, look at me, look at me. But they really helped somebody go through a really rough shift in their life. But their message is like, know that I'm a parent on your shoulder. Know that like I am a spirit guide that's here in the present. And I think both of these cats are here in the present. And I don't know if somebody has been like reincarnated into something else, but it feels like they're going to come around and bring you messages. So be careful, like look around and see like what animals are doing around you, because it might just be a message from them. So I just want to say happy holidays. And this is a special edition of Trust Your Glitter podcast, tarot cards for pets. And now back to Trust Your Glitter, the astrology of the week ahead. And thank you for listening to Tarot Cards for Pets. And now back to the transits of the week ahead. So December 5th, we had that last quarter moon in Virgo. And December 6th, we actually have Neptune go direct, which Neptune's retrograde cycle was from June 30th until December 6th. And this is a retrograde from 27 degrees of Pisces to 24 degrees of Pisces. Now, to me, looking at the bigger picture, really upholding this Sagittarian energy, since we are in Sagittarian season, looking at Neptune going direct, yes, it could mean there's less confusion or less delusion. But then I'm looking at the fact that Mercury's in shadow. And I'm looking at the fact that we did come out of a very interesting Gemini full moon. I'd be interested to hear what your experience was with that Gemini full moon, which could have caused a lot of past stuff to come through, messages, emails, these type of things, and was definitely like a precursor for the Mercury retrograde. So Neptune is a planet that wants us to dissolve, that wants us to come together, that wants us to be in harmony with our spiritual selves. And so is Jupiter. And in this realm, this is the music realm. This is our dream realms. So we might have some really gnarly dreams this week that really show us some clear pictures, but making these dreams into reality is exactly why I love the fact that the last quarter moon in Virgo is giving us a stepping stone towards the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, the way I would translate it is this week is looking at the sacred songs of our life, or our spiritual soul songs. These songs that represent ourselves. Our life could be a song, or you could really just connect with music. And with the creativity aspect of everything, I also want to say, with Venus and Scorpio, this is also saying it could be music therapy, it could be art therapy that really gets us through, or dance therapy, anything that connects us mind, body, and spirit. The transits of the week, we start out with the Venus square Pluto on the 3rd. December 5th, Venus in Scorpio is actually in a beautiful harmonious tone to Saturn called a trine. So Venus in Scorpio trines Saturn in Pisces. I do like this for the creative dream, and I do like the synchronicity of this being on the same day as the last quarter moon. On the same day, the sun is semi-square Pluto. This is tension between that Sagittarian, like everything is going to be optimistic, and the reality with Pluto saying, yeah, but you still have more transformation to do. You still have more work to do. This is more Capricornian. I think it's very also synchronistic that Venus is trine Saturn in Pisces that day, because we do have this connection with Saturn being in Pisces and then Pluto in the Saturnic sign of Capricorn. So the 5th is a day I would say to circle on your calendar and just see what happens. Just see what transpires. It is a good day to send out the requests you need. It is a good day to ask for what you want. And if it's not to somebody, or for a career change, or for a creative project that you want to do, write a letter to yourself. It's a great day to write that letter, fold it up, and then take it out next week and see what you can add to that with the new moon. The 6th of December, there can be this tension and confusion feeling, but on the 7th of December, we have the sun trine Chiron, as well as Mercury trine Jupiter. So I don't want to box us in and say that the 6th is going to be a day that brings a bunch of tension. It's just Mercury kind of in this specific connection, and Mercury in Capricorn is sesquiquadrate Uranus and Taurus. So I'm not going to pinpoint the 6th as a day that is going to be tough, but I want to see what happens from the December 5th through the 7th shift. Because the trines with the sun and Chiron and Mercury and Jupiter do actually bring us hope. And they do bring us miracles in many ways, because Jupiter's involved with Mercury. And on the 9th, we have Venus opposite Jupiter. So if I were to zoom out, I am probably going to call this episode like sacred songs or like soul songs, because it really has to do with what our soul is really calling us towards, as opposed to what society tells us we have to be. And I think that that's overall the greater lesson, especially with so much Neptune, Pisces, Jupiter, Sagittarius in the sky. It really is about building community. Venus wants to demolish something in our life, but it's not about something that's going well for us. Venus wants to say, you can do better for yourself. So I hope that this episode helps you navigate this week ahead. Let me know if you have any questions for me. My name is Christy Belich. This is Trust Your Glitter. You can find me on all social media, Christy Belich, and I am having all of my readings 10% off for the rest of 2023. That is on my Linktree /TrustYourGlitter. Again, Linktree /TrustYourGlitter. Thank you so much and have a great week.